Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny. I love all things crochet and yarn. If you've been around for a while, you probably will have noticed that the music is different. I just all of a sudden I use CapCut to edit my videos and I've never had a problem, and then all of a sudden my music, my downloads just disappeared. I pay for Uppbeat Premium, so I guess have the rights to the music, but I don't know what's going on. So now I'm forced to find something else, and yeah, it's just really thrown me, and I think it threw a couple of others as well when I did my Year of Granny Squares Cal video the other night. But yeah, I don't know if you use CapCut and that has happened to you and you have a solution. I'd love to hear what it is, because yeah, I like routine, and that's just, I don't know, I don't like it. But anyway, let's get into today's video. It's in two parts. Again, it's a before I go to the collective and then an after I've been, with another little update. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Grab your work in progress and maybe a cuppa or a drink or something, and yeah, you can crochet with me while I yabba a bit. Good morning. I've probably got fluff everywhere. I feel like it. I've been trying to clean up in here a little bit. I'm also crooked. Whatever. I thought I would just do the first part of my video before I duck down to the collective. It's really convenient having it open on a Sunday, because otherwise really the only other time I can get in there is on a Saturday. So it's good having an extra day to be able to get in there. So I will show you the things that I've made this week, because I might be leaving some of the things there, so just in case I don't bring them back. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, or you may have seen in my community tab that I was playing around with some pineapples, because I started making some plush key rings last week, and I know that, for example, the blueberry one sold at the collective like almost immediately. So, and I also got a custom order as well for a blueberry and an avocado. So I thought that I would get busy making some other key rings. So I freehanded, so this was version 1, and I quite liked him, but the more I looked at him, I thought that he needed to be a little bit wider here, a little bit chonkier. So that was version 1. Then I did version 2, and I did the little leaves a different way. With version 1, the leaves are made separately and then sewn on. With this one, I tried, I guess, surface crocheting them in, and I didn't mind it. Prefer the body. I just liked the body a lot better. And I had a poll on my Instagram stories asking which one people prefer, and this one was a resounding winner, but some people still liked this one. And I had thought to myself, and then Geraldine messaged me on Instagram and said that she liked the leaves from that one and that body, and I thought exactly the same thing. So then I came up with the third one, which was the same chonky body and with the leaves sort of upright. So this guy is the winner, I think. So I will take probably maybe the first 2 into the collective and see how they go. And if they go okay, I think I'll stick with that pattern. See how we go. I may even put a tutorial out for it. Perhaps, let me know. Leave a pineapple emoji if that's something that you're interested in. Now, Another keyring that I made this week is the pastel rainbow one. This is the exact same pattern as the watermelon one that I did last week, and I can't think off the top of my head, but I will have the pattern linked below. So I really liked this one. The only thing is there's obviously a lot of colour changes, so therefore you have leftover yarn, and it does make it a little bit bulky inside. There's no stuffing in that, it's just because of the ends. So I don't know if I'd make too many more, but I do like how it turned out. So there's that one. I made another blueberry because there's none down there at the moment. That's just a free-handed one of mine. Now this one, I already had this turtle made. I made him for my turtle pattern roundup video. So I just added a little bit more yarn and then added the keychain, and I think he turned out rather cute. The whale I had made a couple of weeks ago, I think. I'm not even sure if I showed him. So I did the same thing, added a bit of yarn and then a key ring. I made this really cute little baby bee. This was a tutorial on YouTube by Loops and Knots, I believe. I'm not sure if I will make one that small again. I think I will make it a little bit bigger next time. But anyway, take that one in as well. And then I made a capybara. This is the first capybara I've ever made. This is a free tutorial on Instagram. I think it might be Snuggle Beans Crochet. I'm not too sure. I will have it linked for you below. I didn't mind it. However, I didn't like this yarn. This the dark brown is Patty and Bango's Place. I think it's Wombat. That's fine. That's great. But I think the color's called Sand. It's Scarly yarn, and I really like Scarly yarn. It's really soft. I like it a lot. But for some reason, Sand, ever since I've been buying Sand, it's just how it's manufactured. It looks a bit velvety. The other Scarly yarns aren't like that. I just don't like the texture of it. It was a little bit stiffer, a little bit harder to work with. So I think maybe that's why, but we'll see. We'll see how he goes. He's pretty big for a key ring, but you never know. Someone might like him. So they are all going down. Well, I'm going to take them down this morning. If the other ones haven't moved, then, I'm not going to just dump stuff there. But if a few things have sold, I will top up, I guess. Now, the other thing I did yesterday, I think you may recall a couple of videos ago, I got some yarn from Craft Online, and a lot of it was velvet stuff that was branded something different to what I'd ordered, but a few people have told me you can get this from Temu and it's even cheaper. So I used one of the skeins to make this cute little kitty loaf cat, mini kitten loaf cat. It's the Annie Carraway art pattern. Such a great pattern, so cute. So I can't recall, I already have a couple of mini kitten loaf cats down there and none have sold yet. I did lower the price a little bit last week, so I just need to compare because I feel like the velvet might be slightly smaller. I'm not too sure. So I'm just going to take my bits and pieces with me and I will price him when I get down there, I think. Or I might not even leave him this time. We'll see. But I might even make up some, I have other colours of the velvet, so I might even hold off and wait until I've made a few more. But he's made this week. The other thing I've just finished off this morning, and look, I'm really, really happy with the outcome. I don't know, I just didn't love making it. Here we go. He's got little bits of fluff all over him. This is, there's my pattern. It is, oh, it's right in front of me. May the elephant. And this is the patterns by BK Crochet. Look, she's very, very cute. There's no doubt. I just did some little embroidery sleepy eyes on. It was always going to be embroidery eyes, but I just thought the sleepy eyes would look nice. So she's going to be very, I do love the feet and the hands, little tail there, the back. This is for my niece who is having a baby soon, very soon. This is to go with the blanket that I'm making for her. The blanket's another story. I'll get to that in the second part of the video, but it's underway. It's underway. But yeah, I thought I would just show you little May there. So I wouldn't make these to sell, I don't think, because I don't know whether it's the yarn, the pattern. A couple of times, I mean, it's beautifully presented. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of pictures, but some of the pictures weren't really helping me. And I don't know if you've made this pattern before. Maybe it's just me, but there was at one point I thought I was totally doing the wrong thing, but when I just followed it, it was correct, but it just seemed like I was doing the wrong thing. Anyway, she did turn out very, very cute, and I'm sure that my niece is going to love her. So yeah, that's a finished make. But I will leave this section of the video there. Or actually, no, I won't, because I do have one more thing to show you. And that is these shelves. I actually ordered 2 sets, so I just got these from Amazon during the week. You just, have to assemble them. It wasn't difficult, although some of the little joints were hard to push in. So that is hopefully going to make my display a little better at the collective and give it a lot of height. So hopefully that works, and I'll try and get some footage while I'm down there. So yeah, I have 2 of those. So I'm going to duck down there, and then I can hop back on when I return and let you know how I went, I guess, and then I'll tell you the saga about the blanket. Okay, I have returned. Thankfully for me, I live not even a 5-minute drive from the collective, so it's most convenient. But I'm super glad, because when I got home, I realised that I had left some of the keychains there, and I had forgotten to tag them. I had the tags with me, and I was going to do them in store, and then I got chatting to Emily and fluffing around and moving things, and I forgot to tag them. So honestly, I could have just messaged her and asked her to put them aside, and I could sort it out later. But the trouble is, with the hours, I wouldn't have been able to do it until Wednesday, and I just thought, just go back down. So I went back down, and I also took some hooks that I had with me, because Emily had the idea, which I liked, of flipping one of the little box display things that I had and attaching some hooks to it so that I could display the key rings a little bit better. So I will have just a short little bit of footage in here, but it looks so good, I think, and I'm comparing it to what it looked like initially when I went into the collective. Because I only had the top shelf at that point for the plushies, it just makes such a difference having the second shelf underneath. And now with my 2 display shelves that I put in there today, it looks great. And having those boxes, that have been turned around, flipped on the side with the hooks attached, and now the key rings are up there. So they're not, it's not the most amazing way you could display key rings. However, it's better than nothing, and it certainly helps to fill a little bit of a space. So yeah, so pleased with that. I took in quite a few of the turtles. So obviously when I did my turtle pattern roundup video, I made a lot of turtles. So I had quite a few sitting here. And so that top shelf is now, it's not all turtles. I have a dragon there and my snakes, but it's kind of a little bit dedicated to turtles. There's a really good variety there. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, so that is when I did sell, mind you, I had to go and collect it during the week. My daughter wanted to buy, well, one of my daughters wanted to buy the rose turtle for her bestie. And so I went and picked it up for her, just on the off chance that it might sell. And so I knew that I wanted to replace at least one turtle anyway. So that is the collective update. And I know I've just got another sales report through, but I'm going to leave that until the next video. So that'll be in the next video. Or it might even be a separate video. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Now let's get on to this blanket saga. Oh my gosh, I just could have screamed last night because I've been plugging away at this and I can't do too much of it because I find that it, it's probably my posture, but my neck and shoulders just, yeah, I'm noticing it in my neck and shoulders. So I've just been doing, I'm trying to aim for 2 to 3 rows of the double crochet clusters a day, because I thought that way hopefully I'll get it done in time. So I was plugging along and tracking pretty well with it, and then when I laid it out to start looking at the measurements and work out how much I had to go last night, I realized that I had mucked up. I don't know how I hadn't seen it before. I truly don't, but it's a 2 pattern repeat. So you have the row that has the clusters, and then you have a row which is basically like a moss stitch. And I had very cleverly done 2 rows of moss stitch, which meant that when I started then doing the clusters, they were, instead of looking like that, they're looking like that. Oh my gosh, I had to frog 10 rows. Oh, but I have to. I just had to. I couldn't leave it like that. It looked silly, and it's for my niece, so I just, want it to be as perfect as possible. I mean, I have done more than I had last week, but I had done a good chunk more. I had just about finished the 3rd skein of yarn, if that gives you any idea. So yeah, I thought it was all tangled at one point, so I really would have lost the plot then. And because I think I'm only just going to have enough. I had 6 skeins of the Hue and Me. Where is it? Oh, it's in the other room. But yeah, I had 6 skeins, and I have one more here, which I've had for a little while, but it's a different dye lot, and it looks quite different. So that's not going to help me out. But anyway, it is what it is. I have 6 days until the baby shower, but I also don't want to cause an injury where I then can't crochet. So it's a bit of a fine line at the moment. But aside from that saga and that disappointment, I am really happy with how it's looking. The colour's definitely not really coming up very well because of the light, but it's a really pretty colour. One of my daughters saw it yesterday when I was working on it, and yeah, she loved it. She thought it looked great, and she's fussy, so that's good. Yeah, but there was something else I was going to tell you. Actually, I guess that's just in regards to what I'm going to make. There are so many things. Oh my goodness. There are so many things that I want to make. I want to do a few more, like I want to do some wraps and things like that for the collective. I've got a great majority. I'll get it. Hang on a moment. I've just grabbed a few of them. You may recall a few videos ago I had I got a number of bags of millends, the chenille yarn from Spotlight in the millends, and there were some really cool colours. So I have, and they were in hanks, I have managed to cake up the majority of it, although I did come across another bag from the most recent Spotlight trip I did, and there is some more in there. So I'll get to that, but I have now a lot of this lovely, very nicely caked chenille yarn to use, and my thought was always turtles. So and obviously I don't really need any turtles at the collective at the moment, but I'd love to have some in my Etsy store. So yeah, so I would like to do that, but I would like to do some rats for the collective. I do need to do I think I may have mentioned my koala sold virtually straight away, the one with the overalls. So I do need to do some more of those as well. I've been looking for, because obviously that takes a bit of time. So I would like something that's a bit smaller, ideally, and a little quicker. However, I just can't find one that I love the look of. Some are okay, but I don't know. Some I just don't think look that great. Can I say that? Anyway, if you have a small koala pattern that you really like to make, please let me know below and I'll check it out. I have looked at a few, but I don't know, I just don't love them. So anyway, I will sort that out. I may even attempt to come up with my own. I seem to be doing a bit of that lately. So we'll see, but I know I do need to do that. I did buy another pattern. I bought a few patterns actually over the last week, including that one for May the 11th that I showed you earlier. I did buy one for a platypus, and it's different. It's more like a really, really small lovey style. So, and I had a quick look at it. It does look like there is a bit more sewing that I had anticipated. And I don't mind sewing, but you know, not if it's going to take too long. So we'll see. And there was also, an otter. It came with an otter as well, which was really sweet. So I know I'm not going to get to it today. I may not even get to it this week. So I think this old blanket's going to be the focus this week. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. I also would like to, I just don't have time. Okay. I do want to make more of my Harper doll carriers. If you're new here, or because I haven't spoken about them in a long while, this is my Harper doll carrier pattern. It's for little ones to carry their little dolls in. It's got legs there, leg holes there, and it's a front facing carrier, ties at the back. I have got so much yarn at the moment, a lot of it that would be really good for this kind of thing. So they don't take too long to make. So, but I would like to, be able to have a few in stock, because this is the only one I have at the moment. If you like the look of that, there is a pattern in my Etsy store. There is a pattern in my Etsy store if you're interested in that. But I think that's everything. Oh no, I'm on fire today, aren't I? I am this afternoon, I think, so that I can get it done and get the photos to the designer. But I am doing a little pattern test, as is my friend Tracy over at Travel Crochet. She also got selected for the same pattern test. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention it or not. I know I'm not allowed to show it until the release date, so I'll hold off because it might be it might be better for the next video. But either way, I'm really excited to do it. It looks like a great little pattern, so I'm looking forward to that. But I feel like there's been quite a lot of raving on in this video, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there. I am enjoying quite a relaxed long weekend. It's great. Hubby's away. My daughter that lives at home is away, so it's just little old me. I had a visit with my grandchildren yesterday and my other daughter. That was lovely, but I'm happy just doing my thing here. I had to do a bit of housework this morning. That was boring, but you know, you get that. Yeah, so I'm just going to continue to relax, crochet and stay warm because it is really, really cold here today and windy. So inside is the place to be. But I hope you're all having a great weekend. Thank you for sticking around. If you did stick around this long, just know that I really, really appreciate you. I also really appreciate the many of you that come back every single week. You like, you comment, and yeah, I just really appreciate you. So that's it for this week. Hopefully I may even have another video out this week actually, because lovely Ree from Crochet with Ree, actually her YouTube name is different. I think I'll have it tagged here, but she tagged me in the creator tag, the crochet creator tag. So there's I think 10 questions that I need to answer, so I might even look at that today, ponder my answers, and then hopefully get another video recorded that I can pop out this week. So you never know, we'll see. I'm going to wrap it up. I actually really am going to wrap it up this time. So thank you for being here. I will see you hopefully very soon. Bye for now.